Hi, this is Jim Merritt with QuickTrainer, your QuickBooks and accounting experts. And this is part 2 of a bank reconciliation. And we had just reconciled this account to where the difference was 0, but coming back, now you see that the difference is not 0, and that's because I've intentionally changed some things. So for instance, what do you do when you have a difference? And I've already talked about the fact that you can verify your deposits and other credits, and we looked earlier and saw that when we go up to the top here, our deposits match. But if we look here, we find that our withdrawals and miscellaneous debits do not match. And one of them is the fact that I have failed, in this example, to clear this transaction for $78.44. So this is pretty easy. I clear it. Okay. Now we have a difference of 63 cents. Now let me let you in on a little secret here. When you're dealing especially with smaller amounts, if this is divisible by 9, and we all know 63 is divisible by 9, 9 will go into 63 7 times. Chances are very good that there's a transposition error, or you've transposed some number somewhere. So I would normally go back to here and say, okay, did I transpose anything here? And the answer is, if I come up here, I'll see no, I did not. 21,602.32, that matches. Okay, again, we know our deposits match. So chances are there's something in here that has been transposed. So let's just go down the list and take a look and find out where the issue is. We've got $200.68, we've got $1,200, we've got $602.05, $11,802, $240, ooh, right there, $241.81. We've got $241.18. Now granted, I did this on purpose, okay? But if I now change this to 81, save that and close it, and now click this off again, I'm at 0. Okay? No problem, right? And I'm going to click Reconcile now. And I would strongly encourage you to print at least a summary statement and simply have a binder, put your bank statements in the binder, and then put the reconciliation statement on top of the last bank statement, and just keep putting them one on top of the other. And at the end of the year, you'll have your December bank statement and your December reconciliation bank statement. And typically, your CPA or your accountant doing your tax return is going to want copies of those, of the December ones. All right? I'm just going to click Close, since there's no need to do that. And I now want to talk about some of the things that you'll see in your check register. I like to sort my check register by cleared status, and basically what we're looking at here is these transactions that have nothing beside them. Those are transactions that have not cleared the bank yet at this point. The transactions that have a check mark by them have cleared the bank. All right, and then you can also get into this status where this means that a reconciliation is in process but has not been completed. So in other words, if we went back to our Reconcile screen and I put in a number there, we would see that that transaction right there has cleared the bank, but we haven't completed the reconciliation process. In fact, if I click all of them off and click Leave, now you see all of these asterisks in the check register. Now, real quick, let me just take those off. I'll say Unmark All, and then Leave, and then you can see they're gone. Now, there's a couple of things that can cause a bank statement's opening balance to not match your last bank statement. Okay? And that is if we do something silly like change the amount of this. Right now, ask yourself a logical question. Why would you ever do that? This transaction cleared the bank. It cleared at, I think it was $77.44, but we've changed the amount. Well, typically the reason that something like that's going to happen is somebody who's not real competent, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but somebody who's not real competent with QuickBooks is trying to fix some kind of issue. All right, but now look what happens. If I go back to my Reconcile, my bank statement, okay, 21,602.32, 21,635, there's a problem. So going back to locate discrepancies, in the discrepancy report, we talked about this a little bit in the beginning in part 1, but it will tell us exactly what happened. Okay, this has been changed by $33.67. This one is an easy fix. I go back to the transaction, I put it in at the right amount, and I save it. Alright, so I'm $1 off now. So it was, I'm sorry, yes, it was 78.44. Okay, I save it. Alright, now looking at my discrepancy report, I've got no discrepancies. Okay, again, that's an easy fix, and we can see we're back to whole now. 21,602.32, 21,602.32. But what if I do something even dumber? What if I come in here and I just delete this transaction? Alright, Reconcile. Now you can see I am off. I am off by $78.44. Locate discrepancies. Discrepancy report, 78.44. Okay, I can't double click on this one to fix it because I deleted it. And just to be real clear, I can't even come back in here and let's see, 78.44, that was on 8:30. BTOT, let's see, bank card, 78.44. Okay, and 63.10, and that is merchant service fees corporate. Okay, now I've got the transaction back in there, and you might be thinking, well, I'll just put a check mark in it and everything will be hunky-dory. That's not the way it works, guys. It will not work like that. If I go to Reconcile, if I look at my discrepancy report, it's still on there. How do we fix it? Well, it can be quite simple. If the change or the deletion was done in the last month, that's real simple. But what if it was done 4 months, 6 months, 18 months ago? I think, and this is my opinion, I think it's best to undo the last reconciliations, whether it's 1 month or whether it's 15 months, and re-reconcile. Sorry, but unless you do that, that discrepancies are always going to appear. Now that I've undone the last month and this one happened to occur on the last month, if I look at my discrepancy report, there's nothing on there. And I can restart my reconciliations. I can put in my ending balance, 21,602.32, and I can go to continue, and I can say hide the transactions, and I can say mark all, and I can unclick this one because I know it didn't clear, and we're back to a difference of 0, and we can reconcile again. Guys, I hope that helps you, and if you have any questions, you can visit our website at www.quicktrainer.net, or you can call us at 910-338-0488, and you can email us at info@quicktrainer.biz. Thanks a lot and have a great day.